It's MacTheGuru. Today we reviewing season 2, episode 1 of Winning Time: The Rise of the Lakers Dynasty. Man, I am so excited to have this show back on, and we're gonna break everything down. A lot of hilarious stuff happened this episode. We gotta start with what they started with, though, because it lets us know what they gonna show at the end of the season. They started in 1984 and then they go back. In 1984 is the first time that Bird and Magic actually meet in the finals. But they go back to like 1981 after they won their first championship. And that's when you see Magic and Kareem bump heads. Now I want to get this clear. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar Luau-Alcindor is the best player of these two players, without a shadow of a doubt. But Magic, in his style of play, was very, very dominant in the 80s. And he was also a great player. I mean, it's Magic Johnson. And you can market Magic better. So that's the thing, too. Remember, even though everybody know how great Kareem is, Magic can get marketed internationally. He can get marketed in the States way better than Kareem, because Kareem was just, his demeanor and stuff. It's just a little wacky. So they didn't want to market Kareem. On top of that, he was a revolutionary. So they definitely looking at him like, we having problems with Ali and all that. Nah. You didn't change your name to Kareem. So he not as marketable, but great player. They bump heads in practice. Kareem runs with the B squad, and he was out there doing this thing. We see him get poked in the eye, and then they have to end practice. But it lets me know, they had their battles too, which makes sense, because I didn't know that they had their battles like that in practice. But it makes sense because both of them are alpha dudes on the basketball court. So it makes sense that they bump heads. And that's what they was doing, man. They bumping heads, going at it. And Kareem ends up humbling himself, because he goes in the locker room, talks to Magic. After he had his child, he talks to Magic and lets him know, hey, this needs to be a partnership. Magic don't want that. Magic ready to be the man. He like, I want this to be my team. But right after Kareem tells him that, they go out to play basketball. Magic, not being humbled, hurts his knee. And you best believe, back then, in those days, an injury like that can really end your whole career, change your life forever. So you best believe a lot was going through his head, especially when he was in that doctor's office, and then you get to see your coach and your owner and your GM and everybody is panicking. He like, give me a second. Let me just sit in my thoughts. Y'all need to take that outside. When they was in the doctor's office and you see all of them go outside, they leave Magic in there. And then Magic started getting it in again with another chick. He had a white chick riding him. She didn't finish. She ended up kissing his cast and leaving him. I said, oh, man. I definitely thought she was going to finish topping him off at least. That's exactly what I went to when he was like, you ain't going to finish? I know the cast hurting you and all that. I'm like, okay, yeah, she going to top him off. She gave him a kiss and kept it pushing. I said, dang. Left my man when he was up. Pause. Them difficult times, though. I done been there before. Now, while all of the stuff is going on with the game and we get to see all of them being rock stars, we get to see all of them getting it in with different women. But what comes along with, having sex? Well, sometimes women get pregnant. And then you have to step up and be a father. What I loved in this episode, they really showed 3 different types of fathers. You had Kareem, right, who is more awakened now, right? And he's like, I'm stepping up to be a father. You heard him tell Magic, my older kids know number 33. But no, this kid gonna know Kareem. So he's in that father mode, right? He's ready to do everything necessary. Then you got Jerry Buss, who ain't been the best father for most of his life. He been having a lot of fun and worried about that and building his businesses. But he done brought his kids in. And he want his kids to be close because he knows. See, when men get successful, they know at some point, I got to give this to somebody. This is my legacy. I got to pass this down to somebody. And that's what he's thinking about. So he got all his kids around. And you see his wife or his baby mama, she tried to make it difficult for him. She tried to make him let go of his, like, almost his responsibility to being a father, not have his kids around, send them away just so she could sign off on something, which is horrible. And it lets us know, yo, even on the top level, men still deal with stuff like that, which is nuts. But man still had to deal with stuff like that. But Jerry was just a deep thinker, man. He thought out of that situation too, because you would think, okay, he dead to right. He gonna have to go to some outside source and figure it out to get the money. Nope. He opened up more businesses to get extra credit. I said, oh, that was so smart. And he did it with his kids. So he's still building that relationship with them. And he doing it with stuff that they like. Jenny, you like tennis? You get a tennis team. Jimmy, you like horses? You get a horse team. Johnny, you like country singing? You get a soccer team. And hey, your country band, they gonna perform halftime. I'm like, oh, that was smooth. How he came up with all of that and put it together. It really showed his brilliance. And while we on Jerry Buss, another thing that really showed his brilliance, he's thinking about the future. In 1981, he's thinking, when this next deal come up with the players, yo, they gonna have free agency, a lot of stuff gonna be going on. We want to let all the players know the Lakers pay good. They take care of their players. So he's already thinking that, and he's already about to get these players paid. You see, Jerry West, he like, yo, dude, this is crazy. I didn't make this type of money my whole career. Jerry West is saying the exact same thing that the players be saying now about the players today. The older players be saying about the players today. Jerry West was saying that about the players in the 80s. So it goes to show you how history repeats itself. But Jerry Buss, oh no, he's thinking about the future. And him doing that is what really created that Laker feel and that dynasty, because they not a dynasty yet. Remember, this first episode is called One Ring Don't Make a Dynasty. They're not a dynasty yet. You got to continuously do that thing and go to the finals and compete and win championships. That's what made them a dynasty. And then they had another dynasty in the 2000s. So that's what really built them up, his business mind. But let's get off of that and finish this whole father theme that this episode was about, because we talked about Kareem. We talked about Jerry Buss. But now we got to talk about Magic, because he got a girl pregnant too. This is his oldest son, Andre. All right, now this is literally his oldest son, and like today Andre's around, so this is real, right? Man, Magic is a young guy, but he's older than I was when I had my son. I was 17, man. So I know the feeling when you get hit with that news, and you got to step up. And you see Magic, he like, yo, I'm living the life. Man, I'm not really trying to step up. Salute to his father and his mama, because they hopped on his head as they should. Some parents, some family, when you become successful, they don't really tell you the real no more. No, not his parents. They kept it 100 with him. And I loved how his father turned off that crooked dude at the end. That lawyer, oh man, dude was so crooked. All season 1, he was crooked playing Magic. And his father got to, hey man, get off my porch. And you see how he told him too. Like, yeah, get off my porch, man. And don't make me fuck you up. You know what I mean? That's how he he hit him with that, yo, man, hey partner, this is the time you better move. You know, so I love that because they show that family dynamic and how the father could help the son become a father. Oh man, it was a beautiful thing. So the father thing was great. Now it's a couple other things that I seen, little jewels that they put in and they talked about that I'm gonna speak on. One, Red Auerbach. Oh man, he had the black team for the Celtics. See, that's what really built them Celtics team, because a lot of people wasn't putting black players on their team. He said, man, listen, I could win doing that. All right, well, let's go. And that's what really changed the NBA when he did that, because then other people did it. Then they like, yo, we just got to go get the ABA and bring them all over. So he really changed the league. Another thing that I seen that a lot of people ain't catch, and I'm going to end up making some videos on Isaiah Thomas and Michael Jordan. But on this, they show Isaiah Thomas playing basketball when Magic Johnson was in his room. They show Isaiah Thomas on TV. Best believe Isaiah Thomas is coming. Best believe Michael Jordan is coming to this series, because the thing is, they can't stop them from showing people. Because Jerry West already mad on how they depict him. And I think Jerry West is a rock star and he's hilarious on the show. But Jerry West is mad. He like, yo, dude, I wasn't always angry like how they be showing me on that thing. But I think it's funny, you know, but it's not me. So, of course, I think it's funny, you know. But Magic didn't like how they depict him, you know, just picking up girls and making it seem like that's the only thing he cared about. Kareem said something about this show, too. Like, yo, that ain't how it was. But I don't think they can stop them from making this show and putting their names in it, because they public figures. So Michael will come. They showed Isaiah on the TV screen. He will come. All them problems they had with the Olympics and all of that, they going to show that stuff. Not this season, maybe season, well, when they get to the Olympics in 92, that's going to be like season 4, season 5 maybe, you know, but they gonna end up showing that stuff. So those was a few things I seen. The other was Miss Johnson going to talk to Cookie, and she let Cookie know, hey, Mr. Johnson got another family too, you know. So she kind of, not saying it's okay, but she like, yo, sometimes, you know, man you love, you gotta work with him, you know, because God and a good woman make a man real good. You know, so she broke that thing down to her. You also had Kareem stepping back up as a leader. Because remember, the team was struggling when Magic first went out. Kareem like, yo, hop on the back. Come on, man. I'm the best player in the world. Hop on my back. We're going to prove these dudes wrong. And they go out there and start winning again. So I like that. And of course, we're going to end on what they ended on, which was fire. We get to see Bird talking on the court. We hear all these stories about how Bird talked crazy to people on the court. We got to see a little glimpse of it right at the end when he told Magic, hey, sit down. I'm going to put on a performance just for you. Just sit and watch. I'm going to make it look real good. I'm going to package this thing real right for you. Then I'm going to deliver. All right, so we got to see Bird talking. So I love this first episode. I love this series. You know, they start off with a bang, and it was amazing to me, man. Y'all let me know, what did you think about episode 1? What's some different things that stood out to you? As always, it's MacTheGuru. Remember, if you're still here and you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Check out the other content, and y'all be easy. Be safe. Peace.